Hello, good morning. My name is David Balicki. Myself and my family have been members of AUMC for nearly 8 years now. You may recognize me from such musical acts as the Chancel Choir and the Cantata Choir, as well as Shawbach. My family and I love AUMC because of the people and the connections that we have made here. Through the music ministries, which both myself and my children are a part of, the children, now youth ministries that both my children are a part of, as well as the local community outreach that this church does when it comes to making burritos for local schools or singing at the hospital for Christmas time, the Pride Parade, which my family participates in, even Habitat for Humanity. I mean, anything that can get my wife to actually pick up a hammer and to actually do some carpeting is a miracle in itself. The ministries that my family and I absolutely love to participate in are, again, the ones that we make connections with. Matthew 18:20 says, when two or more of you join in my name, I will be there. And I truly do believe that God is with us when we are in a group doing God's work. The personal connections that we make, the new people that we've met while we've been here, the different ideas that we've heard, and the good friends that we've made over the last 8 years, it truly brings joy to our family. Family time and doing ministry together as a family is so important nowadays, especially when screen time seems to be taking away more and more of that family time. And spiritually, these type of connections really fill my soul. It's so good to see when I bring joy to people when we sing, or when we help the least by making burritos, or just lifting people up as we do when we do the Dolores Project or when we do the youth mission trips. It truly is something that spiritually fills me, and truly this world needs more of stuff like that. Personally, I have some time and talent, but not enough to do all the things that require the staff of AUMC to do to make the ministries actually happen here. The music ministries by Tim, Dan, Ariel, it is a time and a talent that a few of us actually have. Putting together a Christmas cantata, I believe Tim will tell you, takes months, if not a year, to prepare for, and that's just preparing the music, not preparing the singers and the rehearsals that it takes. So that time is instrumental for somebody to prepare these type of musical events that we have. Ariel teaching the youth how to sing. These 6, 7, and 8-year-olds are performing in front of 100 strange adults. Most adults can't even perform in front of 5 adults. To get these children to come up here is absolutely a wonderful thing to see, and it brings so much joy, I believe, to them as well as the congregation. Also, the children in the youth ministry, the time and talent it takes to put the lesson plans together, to herd the cats every single Sunday morning, the planning of mission trips, the coordinating of the outreach and the ministry on those mission trips, the gathering of the supplies, the rentals of the cars, the legal paperwork and mumbo jumbo that you have to go through. Volunteers don't have the time to do that. A competent staff member is needed to do such things so that ministries go as smoothly as possible. Many of you may not be aware, but the staff has averaged about a 2% annual increase since 2020. And with inflation over the last 18 months being 5 to 8% above normal, you can imagine that their spending power has been reduced. It is important that we pay our staff properly to maintain the staff. Anybody that has been in business can tell you that replacing staff is expensive. It costs 2 to 3 times the cost of maintaining a staff member to replace them with a new person. And that new person, no matter how competent they are, there's a learning curve between the person, the church, and the ideas of the ministry that it'll slow down the good progress we have going on right now. Over the next several years, I hope that AUMC can maintain the staff and the ministry levels that we have been doing since pre-pandemic, when our congregation was 500 people compared to the congregation of 300 people we have right now, of which a third worship weekly online. I'm worried that some of these ministries, if we don't do something soon, may be reduced or even cut. Nearly 2/3 of our $1 million budget goes to staffing, insurance, and other benefits for the 4 full-time and the 8 part-time members, staff members that we have here. We need to increase staff pay to meet the new cost of living. Please consider increasing your annual commitment to help us keep the wonderful staff on board. Many of you also may not know that when a staff member leaves or some ministry falls short, staff are the ones that usually volunteer first. And they're not getting paid any extra. They're using their times and their talents because they truly believe and care in AUMC, and they don't want to see anything hurt the church. And I truly believe that shows how great the staff really is. Finally, I make a plea to everybody that you do more than just raise your monetary commitment to the church, but also raise the commitment of volunteering your times and your talents to the church. Outreach and connections to the community are going to be the way we're going to rebuild this church back to a pre-pandemic level of over 500 people. And I believe we can do it, but it's going to take your time and your talents and your volunteering to do so. So please consider that as part of your stewardship this year. Thank you.